I think it's paramount important for all of us who is a part of the BUXCOIN to understand the market. The purpose of the webinar basically is to educate all of you first about the whole cryptocurrency market, and then where BUXCOIN sit in that market and what is our future plans. So you have gone through the whole statistics of how the cryptocurrency market is behaving right at the moment. And I think this is the right time for all of us to make money because it is growing with a very fast pace. If you look at the Bitcoin or you look at the cryptocurrency markets from 2009 to 2018, it has changed drastically, right? And everybody thinks at some point of time that if I would have entered at that point, I would have made this much money. But this is never too late for anyone to join. I think we are at a point, I will say rather, we entered into a right point when the market was quite mature and we don't have to actually explain to people that how the whole mechanism works. And this is how we can see that the transformation is happening. And touch wood, we are very happy today that we have got more than 65,000 plus clients, trustworthy clients who have believed in us and joined. And today our family is increasing day by day. There are always ups and downs in every company, so nobody is perfect. Like as a human being, nobody is perfect. None of the company is perfect, but we always strive to make the company better and better and better. That's what we are trying to do. As a new entrant in the market, I will say in the last 1 year we have covered a journey, quite a well of a journey to be honest, because for a new cryptocurrency to actually enter the market and make a position is very hard these days, because people are coming or so many cryptocurrencies are already in the market. Some has done very poorly in the market, some has taken the money from the market, some has not performed, so people have lost money in the market. So there are many things, and when the affiliate network is a major part of our business, which is so-called a backbone, it is very important for our affiliate network to understand the model very well. And I always insist in each of my seminar or a webinar that please first you try to understand the product. I know there are a lot of questions people ask why we are not on a coin market cap, why we don't do this, why we don't do that. That is a separate agenda that we will talk about. But the important thing is that for an affiliate and for an investor, both ends, it is very, very important to understand the product baseline. Once you understand the product baseline, you will understand the future. You will see where we are heading to and what we are thinking to achieve in another 3 to 4 years time. In 1 year, first year of any company is very, very difficult to be honest, and I think most of you can understand that, because when you are actually setting up a company, you're setting up a product, it always become very, very difficult, for a new company to fall into the expectation of the client. Right? That is very important, because I ran multiple firms in my career, and I have seen industry, finance industry very closer. It's very easy to launch a coin, but it's very, very difficult to sustain a coin in the market. Now we all are here to understand, we all are here to build our future on this platform, and I think we all have to work together. Then only this we will achieve what we are thinking to, what we are aiming to achieve. Right? It's not possible by a one man to make the company a multi-million-dollar company, or to position the coin in a market, where everybody's thinking, to see a coin. But a first year is a very, very difficult year, because when people are joining, the expectation increases. At the same time, you have to compete with the market. At the same time, there is always negative impact of the affiliate marketing in the market itself, because people don't like affiliate marketing. But if you look at a very very closely to the affiliate marketing, this is really a very solid networks or a solid backbone for a new firm. If handled properly, then sky is the limit. So I think majority of you who have already done Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in the past, many of you, I believe, would have burned their hand with different companies. Their companies has not performed and they ran away, and so many things have happened. I think we are here to talk about that. Our aim is not to make money. Money will come with the success of the coin at the end of the day. Right? Like you, we are also a coin holder. It's not like something that we are doing extraordinary to make money out of it. Right? We all our future is relying completely on the price appreciation of the coin. And that is what we are aiming to do. And in 1 year's time, if you look, we have done an incredible job, to be honest, because None of the coin in the market have done so many things in a 1 year span, because everybody want to stretch things out so that they just keep giving, buying time after time after time from the people, just to make them happy that okay, we are bringing this, we are bringing that, we are bringing that. Rather, we don't want to do that. We are on a mental level where we are thinking that how quickly can we position the coin in the market? How quickly can we bring the coin among the top 10 coin in the market? And I have no competition with anybody at the end of the day, because we have our own community, and we are working. Our coin is completely based on our community. It's how strongly we want to position the coin within our community. Today, many coins are there on a coin market cap, we all know, but they don't have a community. They have a very few community, and they're trading, and their price are not moving. There are many coins which have a big community, and you can see the difference. There are many community which came with the same module like us but failed, right? So I think we have done a lot of R&D on the research and development before starting the firm, and that is the reason that our foundation is quite strong. So I always urge everybody, whoever is a part of Bucks Coin family, that have a little patience. Don't just start jumping on. Why are we not on a coin market cap? Why are we not giving a fiat withdrawal? Why are we not doing this, and this? See where when you have joined to where we are standing now. What is the difference you have seen? That is what you have to sit down and analyze. Nobody is complete. We cannot give you 100% in one go. We are striving, as I said, we are making our way towards those goals that we have set in our mind. And soon you will see that it's not like this is the end. It's just a 1 year we have completed, and in 1 year time we have done a lot. The Bucks coin price started at 10 euro cent 6 months ago, and today we are standing at 3.5. Tell me which coins perform that well in the market till date? None of the coins, right? And this is all what people are trading among themselves, and they're trying to push the price up and down because they believe in the coin. The success of a coin is based on positive thinking. The success of a coin is based on the perception of the market. The success of a coin is based on the model that is designed uh, for any particular coin. These are the main areas which always help the coin to grow. And you will see the change. I can tell you right now. I'm seeing the change, and I can predict that in the next 6 months to a year time, you will see where the Bucks coin will be and where the Bucks coin will be listed. So it will take little time to be there, but 100% we will be there where you all are actually anticipating for the Bucks coin, right? But first of all, important thing to understand is how the whole thing works. How do we differentiate a real cryptocurrency? Are we a real cryptocurrency or not? That is the question we need to ask. And what is a real cryptocurrency? A real cryptocurrency is a currency where there is no inflation. So we have 350 million bucks coin. There's no political force which is driving us. There is no organization which is pushing us. It's independent company. It is independent cryptocurrency which is completely inflation free, and we are completely based on the market perception. Right. This is the first important thing. Second important thing is that for a real cryptocurrency is that a cryptocurrency is designed for user to user. So do we have that thing or not? Yes, we do have. BucksCoin is a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency network. Right. That means you can send BucksCoin from one place to another place. And I think many of you who are sitting out here can now understand that yes, we can send your coin from Cashfinex wallet to an outer wallet. And soon when we will be putting our mobile Bucks wallet on the App Store, probably in a week's time, then you will be able to hold it outside and you can transfer off blockchain as well. So there are so many things that are going on, and I think this is where we stand. Third important thing for a real cryptocurrency is there's no boundaries to it. That means the coin cannot be faked or copied or spent twice. All the 350 million coin has been pre-mined from the blockchain. That means they already sit on the blockchain. And as and when you guys start investing or you guys start doing a transaction, that coins will move there. And then we always also have a staking option that I will discuss later on. But you have both options on the blockchain. Fourth part of this is it's a decentralized. Now this is a very important part of any cryptocurrency. There are many cryptocurrencies on a coin market cap that you can see that they are centralized as well, right? Like Monero is centralized. Now, with decentralization means that we as a company, and I think this is a misconception that many people have, which I will clear today, that we are not a centralized cryptocurrency. We are a decentralized cryptocurrency. That means we have a public ledger that you can see the transaction, you can see from where the coin is going, all these addresses you can see, everything is decentralized. Right? And the last part of real cryptocurrency is that it belongs to the wallet owner. That means whoever has got a wallet, whoever has got a coin in that wallet, he is the owner. So that means any person who is holding BUXCOIN in an outer wallet or in a Cashfinex wallet is basically the owner of the coin, right? And this is the fundamental that we got to build. And I think you all should sit back and do the analysis of the market to understand what is going on in the market. How many cryptocurrencies are there which has got a genuine blockchain? How many cryptocurrencies are there which has got their own exchange? How many cryptocurrencies are there who has built up their own utilities? I think this is what we have done in our industry. We have developed a mainframe, an ecosystem where our Bitcoin revolves around that ecosystem. Right? And this is very important for any coin to succeed in the market. This is what you all have to look at, right? But we are not looking into this main thing, right? Rather, we are focusing more on the outer world. Everybody who invests, investor's job is to make sure that when he invests, he will meet the return on the investment. Affiliate job is to make sure that yes, whatever investment they are bringing onto the Bitcoin, their investment is safe. They are selling the right model to the people. They are giving the right information in the market. If you cover up all these things properly, trust me, then there will be a more positive perception in the market, and then you will see the fluctuation in the price. Me being a trader for last 15 years, I have seen that the FX market, the forex market is completely based on a perception. That people who are sitting, who are trading, they were a seller or a buyer, they always trade based on the perception whether the euro will go up or a dollar will go up. There's a factor, there's an economic fundamental factor which does, uh, you know, um, what you can say, affect the movement of the price, but it's solely the decision of the trader to see where the market will go. And based on that perception, people will trade. And then you see a heavy fluctuation of the price. There was a time when people were investing into gold as a safe haven asset. Today, cryptocurrency has become a digital gold asset. People are investing, keeping their money, and the money is growing. Right? But how the money will grow? The first important thing for a cryptocurrency is a coin, is a blockchain, right? Is a transactions, is an exchange, and then the utilities. All these things, if they are intact with the coin, then the coin will fluctuate like a pulse. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. But how will we make it happen? That is more important part of our discussion. This is what we need to look at. Right? If you look at, Asif has covered, you know, statistics about the whole cryptocurrency market. So he has given you an insight of where the total market capitalization is. But you will see that from this graph itself, the gray graph, which is other, which is an old coin, you will see that majority of the old coins are growing slowly and slowly, slowly, slowly. You know, people come up with a concept, and then if the concept is adapted by the community, it started to grow. I think we also sit there into this other 13.46% of the market where we gradually increase. So you will see that Bitcoin sustainability in the market is starting to eliminate slowly and slowly. Why? Because people understood that Bitcoin is a coin which has given a lot of money to the people who are the early birds in the market. Because at that point of time there was very less awareness, and people who invested into Bitcoin, they have made money because the fluctuation was there. Bitcoin at some point of time was 20% up and down. I have never seen in my career any currency or any financial asset has gone 20% up and down in a day. In a day, I'm talking about. So you can see the level of fluctuation in the crypto market. And this fluctuation somewhere is helping the cryptocurrency to go up and down, and it is also increasing the market capitalization as well, because more and more speculative traders are coming and they are just doing speculation. Somebody is coming and doing hedging. Somebody is just coming and doing an investment, which is investment. apply, there's no point keeping the money in your bank and waiting for returns. There's no point that why would I share a market when I can make money here, right? So it's all about thinking how different sides and then understand how to play the market, and then come up with well-informed, disciplined thinking. Eventually, you see that as we are gradually cover up the major market, the more and more new coins are coming. But with the new coins, no regulation is coming. That is also, that means now you will see in the next 2 3 years time, next 2 3 years time, you will see the majority of the major market getting released, because this is the future. This is the trend that people will take, right? Right now, people might have a different perception, or might have a different perception of it. But if you look at the market scenario now, many countries are adopting towards the cryptocurrency, because this is the most this the reason for the cryptocurrency adoption is because of the cost of the cryptocurrency, because the fastness of the cryptocurrency, people are sending money from one place to another place in a fraction of a second, paying a very less amount of fee. This is one. At the same time, if the cryptocurrency value is appreciating, is increasing at this pace, and then you are at the mercy of the market to know whether if you have $100,000 worth of BUXCOIN, say, if say if you put it to the bank and the bank will have 1,000 Moshins, you will ask me why, when, where, and all these people. At the end of the day, cryptocurrency was designed for a reason, that the concept was that it is public money. Then nobody should ask public why and how he is spending the money. And that is the whole reason that cryptocurrency today came about, actually. But at the same time, if I talk about the regulation, it becomes very favor the bank, because when you talk about coin market cap, coin is not yeah. Why don't we become like Binance, a $6 to $7 billion exchange, without having a license, without having control of cryptocurrency? People are coming to cryptocurrency, people are going out ways of doing cryptocurrency. Why have we stuck to that area, which is more unnecessarily challenged, where there are only three exchanges in the market, which is fixed anywhere else in the market, which is that is Coinbase and Binance, right? And we are the third one in the world. So you see, we are into look at the broader perspective, not go to the smaller perspective that okay, people are only concerned about themselves, not concerned about the company as a whole, or not concerned about the company as a whole, but it will perform your investment in real life. Rather, people are thinking about the short-term investment. I got 200 investment, I got 20 euro as my I wanted to increase. The thing is that you need to sit back and look and say, cryptocurrency investment is an investment which is emotional investment. This thing you have to embed in your life. If you want to make money in cryptocurrency, then make it a long-term investment. You will make money when the market will grow, when the market of BUXCOIN gets grow, when you will see a lot of buy and sell trade on BUXCOIN, and then you will enjoy. In the six-month phase of exchange, lots of people will have, but today I saw, today in the Cashfinex I see a very much low trend. So that means people started to believe in the market. And this is we all have to believe in the market. That is believe in cryptocurrency. If you don't believe in your coin and you want to be an early exit, then this is not the right time for investment. So have a faith and then stick by what we are doing and what we are trying to achieve. If you stick by it, play the right message, okay, then the whole market is going to change. Perception will change, mindset will change, and you will see the result of cryptocurrency. This is based on what I was into. I think as a company, as a founder, you will hit a big milestone in this. I think many companies just take a little more time to launch these. Why I think it's not launching is because, as I said, people are desperate for funds. They don't want position yourself early in the market so that you don't have to make mistakes. And that is the reason we are putting our heads on and then just focus only on the key milestone points, right? The audience see very focused on that. So when we are tying the value leads with investment, they can try and place any order. We are developing our new blockchain. We have done everything in-house. We have taken a plan. We are designing, we are thinking about different things. If we are growing easily, then taking a blockchain from the 2000 2013 will not help us in the future, because tomorrow we will have e-commerce platform, day after tomorrow we will have a sports betting platform, day after tomorrow we will have some more tie-ups that we have to make, and then if we have only small company, then we will not be able to do anything. So we have decided upfront, designed everything in-house, and we started with our own blockchain, developed our own blockchain in the token frame, that we are aiming to develop a blockchain that will have maximum number of transactions, so that in the future when we raise a lot of support, our blockchain will be more secure and the configuration requirement will be less, and based on that we have developed a blockchain based on Bitcoin technology as well as anti-spam technology. With our blockchain thing, we have an instant relationship with the centralized transaction so that we can easily create a token, the tools that will be attached to the blockchain. And that is one of the reasons why we are successful, because we have that sort of solid foundation. Then comes the exchange. Now we would have listed BUXCOIN in any exchange. We would have listed BUXCOIN in Bitcoin as many people are doing. I'm sure you will tell me that Jameel, why are we not here? Why are we not there? The reason we are not here and there is very simple. It's very straightforward if you think of the analysis. In many years' time, the number of people who have joined the BUXCOIN, now the people who are doing differently trading, they are doing very well. If even I would have known, if we have, rather I put it this way, if instead of going through an affiliate network route, we would have gone through an ICO route by putting our coin in the market and let anonymous people invest in our coin, then the scenario was different, because then we don't have any sort of issues. Because you don't know me, I don't know you, you know a coin, you invested, you're giving us money, we're giving you a token. The token is listed on XYZ exchange. Happy days, you go and trade, you make money, you lose money, it's your fortune, it's not mine. But when we come with a mindset of creating our own community, today 80%, 85% of people who have joined BUXCOIN are from a non-trading background. So if we would have listed our coin in the exchange, then what will happen? Do you think we will be able to manage the demand and supply? No. So what will happen? I will go 2-3 slides up to explain you how what will happen. Then this would have happened, which happened on our exchange, where people were trying to dump the coin. People were trying to sell the coin early and get out of the market. Why? Because people don't believe. They have burned their hand in many exchanges, in many coins, and they think that BUXCOIN will be one of them. So it's better that just sell the coin early and let's go get out. Right? So this is where we are controlling on our exchange. But imagine I'm saying that if a coin is listed on any other exchange, what will happen then? Then by now I would not be talking to you, because by this time everything would have gone. The market would have gone down completely, and BUXCOIN price will be like a peanut. Nobody will be ready to buy and sell. That is where we have put our head down and we have designed the exchange. But when we designed the exchange in November 2017 with a perspective only for the Bux trading, and we kept the name as Bux exchange. Right? But later on, we thought, why should we make it more bespoke? Rather, we make it a global exchange, because as Asif said, the Cashfinex, the other exchanges are making billions and billions of dollars. Why can't we? Because if we have extra revenue stream, we will be able to help people in their withdrawal process, or expand the company, or bring more technology into place. That is the whole idea we put together. And that is the reason we have come up with our own exchange, and we changed the name from Bux Exchange to a Cashfinex Exchange to make it a global exchange. And we are also anticipating to list outer coins onto our exchange, right? So this is where we as a company are thinking. We are not just thinking to sell you and then out of the market. if we would have to do that, then we would have done it long time ago, and we don't have to. We are not sitting here and discussing about all this. So this is very, very important for all of you to understand that where we are heading to, what is our ideology on the cryptocurrency, BUXCOIN itself. If you believe in what we are doing, I'm sure you will definitely make money out of it. Right? So then comes the Bux mobile wallet. We have developed different tools. E-commerce platform I will talk about first. E-commerce platform is a very early utility. Now, e-commerce platform, if you look at the all the e-commerce platforms which are available in the market, it is a business in itself, right? It's a business which requires a manpower. It's a business which is run by many companies solely as a business, right? Because it has its own dynamics, it has its own way of selling. It We have to manage it. So when we designed the Buck Superstore, we have come up with an idea that we just don't want to create a superstore just to show you guys, oh hello, we have got a utility for you, and happy days, you will be happy, and then more investment will come in. Rather, we have put together a framework that rather we investing our time in selling the store, we develop a marketplace and an e-commerce platform where we will let the merchant come, open their account, sell their product, and our own client base of 65,000 that we have, who is holding Bucks coin, will get an opportunity to buy the product from the e-commerce platform. That is what the whole idea is. And when these sort of transactions will happen, there is a Bucks coin which is involved. Also, the second part of the e-commerce platform was, I think our research says that right now there is no e-commerce platform, a full-fledged functional e-commerce platform in the market which is backed by any cryptocurrency. So we are the first in the market to actually adapt the payment gateway of cryptocurrency. And I think this is again creating a lot of noise in the market. This is the thing that we are, you know we are establishing ourselves in the market. So all these things that we are doing is just doing because we want our coin to be successful. We are creating different avenues and patterns so that people can buy and sell. People can buy and sell coin easily from the market. So I think this is very important thing to consider and to understand as well. Now, Buck Superstore has gone live. You will see probably in months' time, because there are people in a queue who have shown interest to open their shop online, and we are in a process to do that, and we have hired a team which is working on that. So it will take little time. You will see that eventually Buck Superstore will become a happening place in the market, and you will see a lot of transaction will be coming through Buck Superstore, where people will be buying and selling product and using Bucks money. Main motive of the e-commerce platform as a utility is that it will create a buying pattern. What we are trying to do is that when we look at the exchange and we look at our people, majority of the people that we have, they always queue up in us on a sell side, because they have the one mind frame. Just sell, 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 and sell. If everybody will sell and nobody will buy, how will the exchange move? And if everybody will sell and expect company to buy, then why will company do an exchange? Rather, we do everything offline. Happy days, we go. If I paid, I paid. Otherwise, we are out. We are burst. The whole reason of putting up an exchange is let people understand that buying and selling will increase the price, and everybody will get a benefit of it. Why? Because you can see where the price was and where the price is. So that means people who came with 10 cent are enjoying the benefit of 3.5 euros, right? People who entered at 20 cent are also enjoying. Even people who entered at 2 euros are also enjoying. And I'm sure people who have entered at 3.5 will also enjoy at some point of time when the price will go. So it's not a never-ending business, to be honest. The only thing is you need to believe in that. You have to be on both sides of the market, because it's a peer-to-peer exchange. If you don't understand the mechanism, then it's not going to work like that, right? Then the fourth part of our milestone was a payment gateway that I will show you, that we have recently integrated UPay card as a payment gateway. That doesn't mean that people think that we will start giving a withdrawal through a payment gateway. The whole method of integrating a UPay card is because people can invest by putting up the fiat currency into the exchange directly, and then they can trade. And this will happen. Why? Because what will happen, you will see as and when the things will progress. Outer world means people outside of the investment part, has started to come and invest in the coin because now there is a buzz in the market that BUXCOIN is a coin which is appreciating a lot. From where to where people are seeing, actually people are not that stupid, all the traders in the market, they keep an eye, they're just like an eagle, they want to see which coin is performing and they quickly jump and take the market up. So I have seen in last 2 months time there's a massive growth in terms of new traders who have joined our exchange. So that means now when the UPI card has gone live and people still not understand the whole mechanism, which I will try to explain today, that UPI card will actually help the new traders to come and trade, and when they come and put the money on the cashless exchange through payment gateway, that money will be swapped with the person who is selling bucks. So when people will do a bucks euro trade, now moving forward, people will have a real euros. There's one euros which is coming from Bitsolives, and there's another euros which is real cash which is coming. So our whole idea is to generate a new cash mechanism on our exchange so that people who comes and sell their bucks will get the real cash which they can withdraw through UPI. I hope you understand the whole mechanism that I'm trying to focus on. And that is the reason, if you look at what we have done, we have now segregated Bitsolive Euro with the Cashfinex Euro. And we have put a converter into Bitsolive where we are not letting people take their Bitsolive Euro to Cashfinex exchange, because what we are trying to do is that Euro that system has generated in Bitsolive, we want them to convert into BUXCOIN and then take the BUXCOIN to the exchange and then convert the BUXCOIN with the real cash that you guys want to take out. And that will happen with a after some time. Now I can see that the people have started to deposit money and we are getting real cash, but still the momentum is slow because we recently launched. People still don't understand the whole thing. So when I explain the UPI card mechanism, you will see how the whole thing functions. When you let your new client come in with a who wants to buy a package with euro, they can also go and put a euro into the exchange and they can buy a package from there, and then that euro will be exchanged with the bucks coin people are selling on the exchange. Then we have developed an artificial intelligence app. Now, artificial intelligence app is a Bitsolive app that we have developed just to create our own community in a secured network. That is the whole purpose. We don't want people to talk to each other on WhatsApp or Line or whatever. This is how we have come up with an idea that why don't we cover everybody into an environment where people, our community should come within the environment and talk to each other. So we have developed an app where you don't have to log into the CRM to do the activities. Rather, you can do all the activities from the mobile app itself. Even we have a chat system where using that chat system you can communicate with your own group. So an upline, a top upline can add all the downline and then they can communicate. They can float a message if they want to do a seminar or a webinar individually. You can float a message within the network without going anywhere else and on answering 10 different WhatsApp groups. So this is what the whole ideology is all about. Then comes the main part, which is the forex trading with bucks. Now, if you all remember from day one, this forex trading is the main fundamental of our coin. We have come up with this concept back in 2017 because my experience is more on the FX side, and I have seen that the reason we have kept FX is because FX is the fastest growing market in the world. This is the market which will never depreciate. This will always appreciate. It will keep on going because there is a real cash which is there in the market, which people are using. The beauty of the forex trading platform is, and why the whole world is dying to trade on the FX side, is because nobody wants to actually invest their real money to exchange. Rather, they just want to be to have a speculative um, nature of trading on the exchange. And this is where the effects come into place because you are actually not buying a glass. You are actually not buying a gold. You are only bidding on the price of the gold, whether it will go up or go down. And then if there is a movement in the price and you make money, then it is called a contract for a difference. We call it in a technical word as CFDs, contract for a difference. That means a contract between a buying and selling, and the profitability or a loss between a buying and selling is a contract you have done for a difference. That is what the FX is all about. It is very speculative. It is highly leveraged, right? It has got a high liquidity. When I say liquidity, that means there are millions and trillions of traders around the world who are trading. So there always a buyer and seller in the market, and you will see the price of the FX forex trading will always fluctuate within a fraction of a nanosecond. That's how the market is, right? And that's how the crypto market will become eventually over the period of time. It's just like us, as we are new in the market. For FX, crypto is also quite new in the market, and they have their own pros and cons. But you see that the crypto is growing. Why? Because people have a right mind frame towards the cryptocurrency, and that is the reason cryptocurrency market has gone to 800 billion industry right now. This is where we are also standing. Today, people have grudges. Today, people have different mindset about us. But eventually, you will see when we touch the height of the success, you will see that what I am saying today, and you will see that when you are making money out of it, then you will be very happy with my comment that I'm making today. But keep in mind, this is how the whole thing works. There's always a teething phase for every company. We are going through that teething phase, but we are handling it quite well. But then the hindsight of the whole thing is that what is going on in the BUXCOIN. Eventually, always sit back and try to understand the whole intricacies that are involved in the BUXCOIN side. When I say intricacies, means that actually what our people, our community is doing with the BUXCOIN. And I think this is very important to understand that crypto market, for every company which comes in the market, there's a different phases, and and any company is just like a human being, just from a baby to a toddler to a teenager to an adult, to an old person. Cryptocurrency or any financial industry goes through that steps. Important thing is when you are at a baby stage or you are at a growing stage. This is the stage, just like if you are not taking care of your child at that stage, then he will go left and right. He will destroy himself. Right? Same goes with a company like us. If we are on a takeoff phase, and people don't believe in us, or people have a different intention altogether, then this is where we get trapped, and then fall apart. And majority of the companies which fail in the market is because their investors who have invested in them doesn't have the right thinking about the different phases of the company. So if you look at this graph which I'm showing you, there's a fear factor which always sits in the mind of a customer. And the fear factor is why? Because there is a lack of knowledge. There's a lack of knowledge. People don't give right knowledge to the client, and that is one of the reasons that creates a lot of fear factor in their mind. So when they invest in the market, they always invest with the fear. They always think, they always keep an eye, I've invested, now I will take it out, I will take it out. These all things happen in that phase. And when everybody built up the same perception, then you fall into a bull trap. You can see that alarming phase. This is called bull trap. That means this is a cyclone where if the company gets stuck in between, then the company will destroy. Right? Why? Because there is a there's a different level of involvement of the customers into that. There is a enthusiasm, and then enthusiasm converted into a greed, and greed converted into a delusion, and then delusion converted into a denial. And when it comes to a denial phase, then started to have fear, capitulation, then despair, and then the company will blow up. So we are at a stage where we are still not into a bull trap, but the way I see people are behaving, altogether, when I look at the knowledge of our client base, when I look that people don't have a right product knowledge, they are just selling by because an affiliate is selling them for the sake of selling and not giving the right knowledge, then the whole thing will fall apart. It's very important that you should tell everything to a client, all the basic stuff, fundamental, the, the past, the present, the future, so that they will understand. There's nothing to hide. We are a successful point in the market, that I can say proudly. Why? Because I have seen many affiliate networking cryptocurrencies have failed drastically. They have not even survived for a year, and they failed. We are, by God grace, we are in a position that we have passed that heavy cyclone phase where people would have left us, but people have believed more in us because we are doing our best, and that people can see. If we give the right knowledge, if we build up the right thinking in people, then you see the result in the next 6 to 1 year time. Somebody was asking on a chat, so what do you see? Where do you see the price of the Bucks coin? It's very hard to say, but you can see yourself where the price of the Bucks coin is 6 months ago and 6 months now. So you can You can imagine if you do a right thing and you follow a right pattern with the company, then you yourself can think about a price of the coin 6 year down the line, 6 months down the line. I don't have to tell you the price. It will go like anything. And what happened is we have seen these things on our exchange where people are only on a sell side and you can see the buy orders are empty, or people are on a buy side, nobody's on a sell side. That means people are not understanding the concept of the exchange. That means people just believe whatever I'm getting as a return on investment, that is what I need to just take it out and go out of the market. They don't understand the concept. They don't understand that cryptocurrency is not a short-term gain. The cryptocurrency is not over-the-counter banking system where you come and you take your money onto a counter and say, "Sir, please, can I have the cash for this?" Then it's wrong investment. People who bought it for 10 still they are happily selling it. Why? Because for them it's the right time. Why? Because they are making money out of it. And I can say that many people from our community has made a lot of money from that. That is the fact. And people should not deny it, that we have not given anything, any false commitment on that side. It's what people are seeing on the exchange and what people are doing on the exchange. I just, in my last 2 3 seminars when I went to Dubai and other places, I met people. I have explained them that if you look at this current scenario, there is a price which is 1.25, you can see on the screen, for bucks euro. But after 1.25, there is a price of 1.35, 1.40, 2 euro. So somewhere you have to enter, somewhere you have to exit. Depend how long you want to play in the game, right? Very important thing for a new cryptocurrency is a new cryptocurrency. You would have seen the phase of our downfall in the first 6 7 months of the business. But if you are seeing that after the year the phase is different, then you should have a very positive thinking about the coin itself. That means this is the time where you can trade actively on the exchange and buy the coin on a very whatever price it is available, because this will go up eventually anyhow. It will not go down, unless and until we don't manage the demand and supply properly, and then it will fall apart. And that is one of the reasons I said that we have designed an exchange so that we can have a proper demand and supply mechanism properly maintained. What we are doing as an exchange, we are not quoting any prices, we're not taking any. What we are doing is we are just managing the demand and supply by for example putting up a restriction of not letting you trade more than this coin, number of that coin, so that people will get equal opportunity to sell their coin on the exchange and make money out of it. Coin dumping, I already told you, this is a very fearful factor for all of us, that if people have got 10,800 coins, they're just trying to sell it. I don't know why people are selling it. What people are thinking about it. Why? If you keep selling, you yourself are actually destroying the market. We are not destroying the market, to be honest. It's the client who is destroying the market. Because as I said, at the end of the day, people who are holding coins are an equal shareholder in the BUXCOIN firm. Because you yourself have got a coin. If you've got 10,000 coins, that means you've got 10,000 worth of shares in the company. So if you want to dump the coin at 10 cent or 20 cent, then it's very strange for me that I don't know what people are thinking about. Why are you putting all your coin in one go? Rather you just speculate in the market, see how the market perform, and slowly you exit from the market, making the money out of it. Not just doing it, whatever I'm getting, just take it, let's go out. That's the perception people have in their mind. It's not going to work like that. If people work like that, I'm telling you, it's not going to survive for long. That is what we need to think about. This is a trading psychology. We all have to build that psychology. Then only it will happen. Today you see so much fluctuation going on in other exchanges for a reason, because there's the mentality of a trader out there. On these exchanges, there is no affiliate network which is trading. This is a real trader who are trading, and they are actually manipulating the market themselves by pushing the price up and then bringing the price down. Right. So these things you have to keep in mind, while doing. And in the beginning, why BUXCOIN was not moving in the pace we all wanted is because, as I said, these are the three factors people have in their mind. Everybody was selling, everybody was selling, everybody was selling. Why? Nobody wants to hold it down. Nobody wants to think about the future. You put your money in a bank, for example. I can name you 5 banks in UK itself where we have deposited the money and the bank got bankrupt. What will you do? And what have I done? I only went to the regulators and complained about it. The regulator said, "Yes, the bank has closed. No issues. We'll give the money back." Today, 3 years has gone. Our money is not back. So you only think that bank is secure or financial institution is secure, then it's a, it's a myth that everybody is giving into. Nothing is secure and everything is secure, depending on how you take a risk on the market. Right? So we have to come out of that everyone selling mentality, and then the lack of awareness is the major crux of the whole thing. If there's a proper awareness, people will not do early exit, and nobody will sell. Right? So how can we overcome these issues? That is the important thing. Product knowledge. We are here. The webinar I'm doing is just to give you a product knowledge. Product knowledge is important. What is our product all about? Why we have built a bookstore? I will show you everything so you will understand. What is our long-term strategy? Marketing through affiliates. How the affiliates are marketing the product to the investors. That is important to look at as well. That whether you really understand when you sit. If a life insurance guy comes to me and says, I want to sell you a life insurance policy, he will tell me everything about the world. And after I die, and he will sell me in a way that, there's two ways of selling. One is giving a right perception to the people, right information to the people, and then let them decide what they want to do. Because this is a fact. People are not blind; they are looking. That if I would have invested in 2009 when the Bitcoin price was 10 cent, then in 2017 December I would have made $20,000. So that 10 cent was $20,000, and many people who have invested like that are millionaires, right or wrong. Same thing goes here. So then the perception, you have to build up the perception of each and every client that look, you want to come here, this is BUXCOIN, this is what BUXCOIN is doing, this is what they have achieved, and this is what they will achieve in the future. This is what you need to tell the client. Then only the client will buy a product from you. And when you do all these things, then you see the after effect. Then you see a change in the demand and supply, because then people will understand. Somebody will sell, but somebody will buy, because the people who understood the concept, they will think even three buying at €3 is not a bad deal for me, because if the coin goes to €10 by the end of the year, then still happy days. I will make hell lot of money out of it. Why? Because I bought it at €3, I'm selling at €10, right? Then the crypto market will create, the trend will be there, the speculation will be there, the awareness will be there, and then that will bring more and more buyer and seller onto the platform. And that all these things will affect the BUXCOIN price. That's the whole thing. Now, what we have done as a company to create a platform for you guys so that the price of the coin will go up. So we created a pattern, bringing BUXCOIN to the outer world. So this is the BUXCOIN price architecture which we have developed. We have only just tried to create those patterns and let people, if all of you follow this pattern properly, you yourself will see the appreciation in your price. Now, the reason we have developed an e-commerce platform is why we just wanted to create a buying pattern. Now, our e-commerce platform, which is Bux Superstore, is a superstore where any vendor which will come and sell their products, they will sell their products, and the customer who will come and buy the products can either buy a product through a payment gateway. So, for example, I will show you. So, this is our Bux Superstore. Any product that you see have a BUXCOIN price in it. If you buy any product on our Bux Superstore, that product will have a dollar price and a euro price as well as a BUXCOIN price. If you want to buy this product, if you are a new buyer, on a superstore, then that buyer will come and pay through the debit and credit card, but automatically get converted into BUXCOIN. That means every time a buyer comes and make a purchase on the platform, that buyer will actually pay through debit or credit card, and what we will do is we will convert that euro or dollar into bucks. That means what will happen? Now the system is automatically converting the dollar into bucks. That means a bucks USD trade has happened. That is what we are recording on our exchange. That means every time somebody is buying a product worth say $100 and he's getting 20 coins, that when the conversion will happen, then on the exchange, all the orders that you are seeing are listed here, sell orders, right? And what he's doing, he's buying BUXCOIN. So then that order worth of $100 coins will be taken off from this particular trade, right? So what will happen? Your Bucks coin, somebody who has selling a Bucks coin here his Bucks coin will actually go to a Bucks Superstore account holder. It will come into his Bucks wallet here, right? And your dollar will actually go to the person who was selling your Bucks coin here. So that means we have matched the trade. That is the ideology we have put into it. That with the utilities, we are also trying to make that the transaction happen on the exchange at the same time. So that now there is an automatic swap of the wallet. Your Bucks coin, the guy who's selling coin has come here to my wallet, and my dollar has gone to there. And then with the coin, I can make a purchase. This is the, and no one has done that. So we have put smartly the whole mechanism in place, because if we push our Bug Superstore as an e-commerce platform, and you will see a change shortly onto the platform. Today we have only a couple of merchants, because very early since we launched. After that we don't have time to get it, but now the whole team is, we have recruited a team which is only working on e-commerce platform. And you will see before Diwali or before next month, there will be a lot of products on our superstore. Lots of products. We are bringing some big name like American Tourister. We are bringing Salvatore Ferragamo. We are bringing Armani watches, Rolex. Everything you will see within a month's time. Right? It's all under process. All you will see a bookstore full of branded products as well. But that the whole mechanism that I'm trying to explain you through Bug Superstore is this, where there is this wallet is integrated with exchange wallet, and the swap is happening automatically. Trade is happening automatically, right? So this is one part of the. So that means we are creating a buying pattern here. Every time person is buying a product, giving dollar, he is buying Bucks coin. So that means 100% buying patterns in e-commerce platform. So all the people who have got standing trades, all the people who have got standing sell trades, which in the current exchange are not going through, will go through this way. Why? Because more and more outer people are buying stuff, different utilities that we are getting, so that we are matching the orders. So the orders will start picking up quite fast, right? Second thing is the FX trading. Now FX trading, as I know, and this is my baby at the end of the day, because this is where my experience is for the last many years. But I have seen that in FX trading, majority of the Southeast Asian countries where the FX is banned or illegal, like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, you name it, Cambodia, many countries where, and fortunately, maximum number of traders are from these regions, but the issue that these traders are facing is that when they are not able to send the money through bank to bank transfer. So if they are trading with a UK based broker like us before, then they have no other way. They have to pay through bank to bank transfer. And when they go to the bank to transfer money for FX trading, they're not able to do it. Why? Because bank never is not allowing them to transfer money for FX trading. But still, you see that there is a slight down in the trading pattern. Why? Because people who are FX trader, they are addicted. And when you have an addiction of trading, you find multiple ways of opening an account to trade. The only difference is they find a way, but they find a very, very expensive way. So if they are using any other method like NetTeller or Skrill or whatever, they are land up paying, heavy charges, 2%, 3%, 4%, on a debit card or credit card, $60 if they are using a bank for some reason. So at the end of the day, person who is depositing €200, $200 to trade on FX trading, if he is paying $60 in and out for only for banking charges, then he has got only $140 left to trade. So this is where the FX traders get, take a back foot. Why? Because they don't find a right channel. With our cryptocurrency, what they will do is they can enter into the FX trading through Bitcoin. They can enter into FX trading through depositing euros, debit or credit card, and we have multiple channels for depositing money through UPay card. So that means there will be more buying pattern. So every time an FX trader will come, what we are doing is we have created a system here, that is where In our Bitsolives, we have created an MT4 section. That means every time you come and you create an account, right? Then what you do is you are using your euros to trade on FX. So you're depositing. When you're depositing the money here, then you are actually choosing, for example, you choose a, say, a gold package here, right? And you deposit. What we have done, because MT4 only trades in dollars, so euros we convert into dollars, and by dollars it converted into BUXCOIN. So this is a unique concept which we have created, and Asif has touched base on that. The whole thing that we have done in this is basically, as soon as you deposited $1,000, for example, right, that $1,000 will converted into a real-time price of dollar. So that means you can see, for example, now out of 1,000 euros, I got $1162.39, right? And and then what will happen is, whatever be the Bucks USD price, based on the Bucks USD price, we have given you we have given you a coin. So now for 117528, for example, you got 1,000 coin to trade, or 500 coins to trade. So now this is 500 coin will sit in your MT4 escrow account until you trade. So now what will happen is you get 1175 into your MT4 account. So when you go to MT4 account, you can see the balance is 1175.78 that you got it there. You can't see the trading right now because Saturday, Sunday FX is closed. So I cannot actually show you a practical trading because market is closed Saturday and Sunday. It opens Sunday night around 8 or 9 p.m. But here you can see what we have done is we have got all these products here. We have got FX, all the FX product. We have got gold and silver, and then we have got 29 pairs of cryptocurrencies here. Now you have got 1175 as a balance to trade. Okay. Now imagine that 1175 will come down to 900. So against this 1175, you got 500 coins as per the Bucks USD price. So if you come down to say 900, then the number of coin will also decrease. One, when you are taking a withdrawal. So for example, from 1175 it comes to 900, and you want to put a $900 withdrawal. Then at 900, the number of coins on the escrow will also decrease. But the benefit an FX trader will get is that he will get a Bucks coin, and at that point of time, if the price of the Bucks coin move from $2 to say $2.50, then he has made a profit of $0.50. That means all his losses, $200 losses here, you know, that losses will be covered by selling Bucks coin on the exchange. That's the difference now, and that will make trader feel happy and come back again and again, because none of the FX broker in the world, I will say, has got this coverage account, which we call it as a coverage account for any FX traders. And trust me, this is a mind-blowing concept. Why? Because we are actually covering the loss. And here on the MT4, it is a leveraged platform. Leveraged platform means you are putting $1, and you are getting a leverage of 20. So you are taking 20 times position on MT4 compared to what you are paying on an exchange, on a Cashfinex exchange. So between a leveraged and unleveraged trade, that means, for example, unfortunately, as I said, I cannot show you how to trade. Otherwise, I would have shown you one trade to see you. So, for example, if I'm buying euro dollar, for example, and the lot size say is, if I bring it to say $100,000, one contract size is $100,000, and if I want to buy, that means I will pay only 1/10 of the price. So that means I will take the price for this, but for $100,000 contract, $100,000 contract, you are paying only 1% margin. That means you are only putting $100,000 on the MT4 platform. Okay, same goes here. Here in let's say BTC USD, we have 1:20 leverage. That means you only put 1%, we give you 19 times loan on the platform to trade, which you will not get on the exchange. Exchange, this is the price. If somebody is selling is 7030, other take it this way. If somebody is selling is 7002 and you want to buy this, you simply just buy this. and the trade will be executed. Correct. So you have paid the full price here. But when you go to MT4 and buying the same product on MT4, then on MT4 platform you don't have to actually um, pay the full price. You're just putting $1,000 against $100,000 contract, and you're taking an exposure 20 times. That's the benefit. Why? For you guys to take a multiple benefit. You are trading on the cash flows on the real market price. At the same time, you're opening multiple position of BTC USD on MT4. So if you make a loss here in one trade, you make a loss. If you have a multiple trades here, you will cover that loss by hedging, and then you will also cover your loss by selling a coin at a higher price. And for FX traders, he will get multiple exit points. That means he can exit with Bitcoin, he can exit with Ethereum, he can exit with IOTA. We are bringing a lot of product range which we will exit. So this is something which you will never find anywhere, and this is not an easy thing to do. It sounds very easy, but practically in the market, I don't think so. There is any company which is having this sort of model developed, which will help the FX. And then with this model, what will happen? More and more traders will start to come in, because for them it's very easy to enter, and even much easier to exit. So now they don't have to take a fiat currency back to Pakistan and India, where once the money hit the account, the authorities will ask, okay, FX trading is banned. How come you got the money from? Now they can exit from Bitcoin, they can exit from BUXCOIN, they can exit from different other cryptocurrencies, and they can sell it privately. So this will actually bring a lot of traders on board. Then we have Cashfinex exchange. In the Cashfinex exchange itself, we have a pattern of 60% buying and 60% selling. 60% buying, that means people are buying and selling. This is the natural process which is going through. So more buying and selling patterns are created. Through Bitsolives, there will be 100% buying back pattern. Why? Because through Bitsolives, everybody is buying packages. When people are buying packages, we are also recording that trade onto our exchange, right? That means every time you buy €200 worth of package, whatever be the coin price, you get the coin in an escrow. Now what is happening is we are giving your euro to that client and giving his coin to your wallet. That means every time the new package is bought, a new trade is taken from the market. So this is all these patterns, this is very carefully designed mechanism that we have put in place. Then we have 100% buying pattern with payment gateway. Why? Because everybody will come, a new trader will come, and then he will use the payment gateway to deposit money, and he will buy BUXCOIN. So that means more and more buying pattern will come onto our exchange, right? So this is how the whole architecture we have put in place, and I hope you understand where we are heading to with this sort of mechanism. I already explained you Bux Superstore, so I will not go more in detail into it. Then we look at this diagram, which is very simply designed, and this FX which I have explained to you, simple bit. So live traders can use the Euro wallet. Euro can convert it into dollar, and you get a Bux escrow, and then you will get the dollar on the MT4 to trade. I already explained. Now, external trader will be more than the internal trader, because for external trader it is a heaven. Why? Because they are getting so much benefit out of it that their risk is covered by us by giving them BUXCOIN. So definitely they will come and trade in a bigger. Even I can assure you, not only retail will come, but a big institutional client will also come. When I talk about institutional client, that means big financial institutions, non-financial institutions, they will also come and trade with us. Why? Because this is where they can hedge their position, they can minimize their risk with this model. And then you will see the level of price movement in the coin once this is all kick off, and more traders are starting to come in. Cashfinex exchange, I will explain you. So the whole model of the new Cashfinex exchange has been put in place, and we have redesigned this exchange. You can see how beautifully it is designed, and the purpose of this exchange is to give more to introduce more mechanism into place, by learning a lot of things from the existing platform. So here we have put a concept, a single window concept of the Cashfinex exchange, where a client should not move left and right to go to the exchange page or wallet to wallet and stuff like that. Rather, when you come onto the exchange, the first thing which catches your eye is a market depth. Market depth is a very important part of each. That means When you enter the exchange by looking at this order and this order, you will not know how many people are actually sitting on a sell side or how many people are sitting on a buy side. But here you will know that at what price what people are sitting, right? So that means there's 2.6 BTC at 5251, right? And this is on the sell side as well. This, you will see that this is the amount of BTC people are selling 0.19 and a sell side, and higher is around 2.6 BTC at 8787. So you will have a fair view of where the market is going. Even if you looking at the graph also, you will understand that, for example, right now the buyers, they have an equal number of buyers and sellers. So you can take a speculative decision where you want to go towards a buy side or a sell side. Right? The graphs are beautifully designed in a completely different way, much better from the old one, so that you can have a better view of a graph. The more elements are coming to the graph, you can even trade from the graph as well. Then we have the order book here, the pair book here. You can see all the pairs. Still, we have very few pairs, but altogether we are bringing down more than 15 pairs onto the exchange, and you will enjoy a big long pair to trade on, and we will keep adding 10 pairs every month onto the exchange. So you will have eventually, by December, you will see that we will be heavy exchange like Binance and Kraken, that we will have all the products that you see in a coin market cap. Right. Easy way to trade. You just choose any one, and then you put a trade on, you buy. It's all done. The order is here. So this is all. You can see a day, week. You can see a weekly trading history. You can see a monthly trading history. You can see a 3 monthly history as well. You can generate a report from here easily. All these things we have given here. Then you have open orders, whatever open orders you have, whatever order history you have, whatever trade history you have, as well as you can see your fund history. Okay, so you don't have to go dashboard, come back, trade page, go dashboard, come back, trade page. You can see everything where you are standing, right? And then we have a wallet to wallet conversion here as well. So you can also do wallet to wallet conversion right sitting from here. All the all the refined, we have also designed a higher version of the reports as well. So if you go to wallet conversion, you can see all the wallet conversion here. You can generate a history. You can search by pair as well. Yeah, right. So whatever pair you want to search, whatever we have, you can search it by pairs. So all the history will come here. You can search by amount, you can search by price, total amount, charges, receipt. Whatever you want to do, you can do it here. A full detailed history. You can export it to a CSV file. You can even see the trade history and all those. This is trade. So you can also see your wallet history. So all the coins which are listed here, you can see. If you click on deposit button here, you can see a full history of what time have you deposited to which address. What are the transaction ID, what is the amount, what is the status. If you want to cancel, you can cancel as well. You can do it. You can generate another address here. You can generate a QR code. You can copy address. All these things we have done it in a very elegant way, so that you will have more a bigger version of the reporting. You can also see a wallet history, that where and for what purpose you have used it. For example, you have done for trading, you have created an order, that means you have barcode a package, so you have done this. So all these things you can see from here, every single thing. And then you can filter as well. Even withdrawal you want to see, you can see withdrawal history. You want to see wallet updated by admin, or wallet updated by wallet conversion, or by trade, whatever you name it, everything is here, all filtered from here. Then you can see a bigger version of the open order. I mean, a full window here. When you are looking at trade history, you can see an order here, but you have to scroll down to see it's minute. But if you want to see and generate a report, you can come here and you can see whatever you want to see. By sell order, by buy order, what is the type limit he has to do, limit, bucks, euro, whatever, BTC, USD, whatever you want to do. You can generate a report completely here. Right? Profile section, you can see, you can go to my profile here. You can update the bank details, you can update notification, you can change password, you can upload the KYC, and also you can do an email subscription. That what you want to receive any latest email from us, then we can give you everything. Right. So this is the new version of the platform. All the trade history, you can see it here. It shows you the buy and sell history clearly. And it's just one click trading that you will see. When you click, order is done. So this is so fast compared to what we have right now. Super fast, to be honest. And then top of that, what we have done here is we have integrated our MT4 platform side by side. So we have taken a very smart route out here for our clients. People who are trading on Cashfinex, and I can see that every single second someone is there on the exchange. There is not a single second I've ever seen in my 6 months of working on the exchange that an exchange is empty and there's nobody. There is somebody always. That means people are trading around the world. That is very good for us. So for them, we have Bitsolive people can open an MT4 account from here, as well as people can also open an MT4 account from Cashflows, or if they have opened an account here in Bitsolive, they can log in here. We have a web link, we have a downloadable link, we've got everything. So you can click and then you are inside the MT4 platform straight away. So now you are trading both ways. You can see now you're trading here and then you're also taking a trade here at the same time. But what we are doing now, we are bringing this MT4 thing as well. Just on the we will be splitting the exchange into two parts, and people who want to put MT4 and Cashflows both in under single platform, they can also do that. That we will bring it later, probably after a month's time. But definitely that is under the development phase. So this is where also we have integrated the Bitsolive accounts. All the Bitsolive accounts that the person holds, you will see on the Cashfinex platform as well. So that means you don't have to go to Bitsolive to actually transfer money from here to Cashfinex. Rather, you can transfer it from here. So you can choose the account. For example, account number one, you can see euro, tradable, cash euro. Whatever you want to transfer, you can just click on the transfer button. The window will open, and then you can transfer money straight. And you can see it here under your deposits. You know. So when you go to the wallets, you will see how much money has been deposited under GBP or euro or whatever. You can see it is instantly updated. So it will be more quicker for you when you are trading, and you will be able to actually transfer the money spontaneously. Then from the Cashflix platform itself, we have generated a support system. So now you don't have to go to Bitsolive and do all this stuff, but rather if you have any issues, we have a separate support system for Cashflix that we have put in place. Now that separate team will handle only Cashflix related issues and not Bitsolive related issues. Bitsolive team will be different, Cashflix team will be different. So now here you can yourself lock a ticket, wherever if you have any problem, or for example you have put a withdrawal and it has not gone through, then rather contacting your upline or whatever you do, you can now add a ticket straight on here, and then we will pick up the ticket from here. You will get an automated email saying that this will take this much time, and then we will revert back to you straight away. So you can do all these stuff from here, right? So this is what about our new platform completely that we have um, designed for you. And coming back to the presentation, I think yes, people also asked me many questions long time ago that whether you have a real coin or you have a real blockchain or not. I think maybe I should not tell you by now, because I think majority of the people who are sitting out here on the webinar, they have already tried, you know, there are a lot of BUXCOIN withdrawals, and I think everybody is getting a BUXCOIN withdrawal in the outer wallet. Maybe there will be some nitty-gritties that, of course, we will try to solve it. But majority of the people are taking withdrawal of BUXCOIN into the outer wallet, and we can see that how you can actually differentiate between a real coin. And the real coin is when you have a blockchain, and when you when we give you a withdrawal and you take it to the outer wallet, you can see that transaction on a blockchain ledger. So, for example, I have done this transaction, for this client, and then he's put this address, and 500 minus commission, then you can see 493.75 is there on the when I put this detail on a blockchain, I can get one thing that you will see this much, and that's it. So that's proof that we have a proper blockchain, right? Right. Then we have the main and the last part of our thing is the staking. Now we are also giving this facility to our client base that look, we being a real coin, we being a real crypto coin, we are also honoring you to come and trade and make some coin by doing some staking. So enjoy that thing. And I think many people are already doing that. Rest of the people we are not allowing it by, because we are coming up with a new benefit package, because in the current package that is by default, that if somebody is actually doing staking, the blockchain gives 10 to 12% per annum reward on the staking. And if the network is small, you will get more coin. And as and when the network will start to grow, you will get lesser coin. So now the network is growing because many people have already gone to the outer Qt wallet and they have started to do some staking on it. But then you look at this one, how much company is giving to benefit right from the affiliate marketing till the coin. I will ask many of you who are sitting here, which company has given you so much to make, I don't think so there's any company which gives you that much privilege to make money out of it. But we are giving best of our best. We are creating avenues after avenues for you guys to make money. But still, when I see moaning and crying and people asking all this question, you are not in a coin market cap. The question, first of all, is on the coin market cap that many people ask. What do you think about the coin market cap? Do you think coin market cap is a regulatory body? Do you think coin market cap is governed by the Bank of England or the RBI or the FIA or whatever? No, it is not. It is a central repository system which has been developed by some people long time ago, and that has picked up so well that everybody goes to coin market cap to see what is happening. You cannot trade on coin market cap. You cannot do anything on the coin market cap, except the thing that you can do is you can only see the movement of our coin in a coin market cap. But my question is to everybody who's talking about this coin market cap, we will certainly come on the coin market cap. I'm not saying that I'm not going to come, but I want to clear that doubts from everybody. The coin market cap, please try to understand, is for the outer people. It's not for the inner people. All our affiliates and their investors are already a part of our network, a part of our system. You don't have to go to coin market cap and see what is the total supply. You can see the total supply from our exchange itself. Right or wrong, you can see the total supply there. You can see total supply of different coins as well. So what is the benefit of getting there and getting so much frustrated about coin market cap? I really don't understand that. Coin market cap will help company, not you. And for you, there is some sort of negative aspect of it as well. Why? Because once we listed on a coin market cap, then the outer world will start coming in. Then the outer world is a traders who will come and who will make benefit of the exchange. And then at that point of time, you will get a less benefit out of it, but because they will come to the exchange looking at the movement of the price and they will buy coin in bulk on a cheaper price and sell you at a higher price. So you are enjoying more benefit until we are on the coin market cap. So this is a myth which I wanted to clear. But having said that, 100% we will come on a coin market cap because we also looking to develop the outer market for our coin on the exchange as well. So we'll definitely bring it on there. But just to clear the doubts of many people, because I can see people flood me with this particular question. I don't know what they have in their mind about coin market cap. At the end, just to sum up the whole thing, the crux of the whole webinar, the story is that how will we match the buy and the sell, or the demand and the supply effectively and efficiently on our exchange. That is what the aim is. That is what we have done through buying packages, buying. Every time the order is matched from the exchange, you buy a package, you give €200, you get €200 worth of coin that matched the order here with the standing. There you go. FX people are selling euro, getting bucks. Again, the order is matched. Happy days, you get the coin. This guy who's selling a coin will get the euro. He's out. At the end of the day, is a trading. And the trading means there's a normal trading on the exchange where people are buying and selling, buying and selling. All these three things are helping you. We have created all these things to match the demand and supply effectively. Right. So this is the whole. I think this is what you have to explain to your client, and this is not an easy mechanism. Again, I will keep pressing on that one little part, is that there is no coin with the powerful affiliate network right now standing in the market. All are destroyed because they have never formed this sort of method of handling the demand and supply. Everybody just have one aim: make money out of market. Here we are doing all these efforts, putting our head down, running around to do all this stuff is just for the sake that we want to see our coin successful in the market. And this will be a challenge for all of us, that in the market, if we survive and we make everything as what we are doing, then nobody can compete us. Trust me, in the market, nobody will compete us. Nobody will come and stand next to us. because we will convert this model into a successful model that we are doing. Okay, just a snapshot. I think this will come to an app store slowly, and you will see this app which I was talking about, the artificial intelligence app. Now the app looks like this, where you have got all the menus, so you can give a command, you can touch the button, show my wallet, it will show you your wallet, show my payout, it will show you payout. You can accept genealogy. Right now we have not integrated the tree into it because it's a very complex thing. But in the first phase, apart from genealogy, anything that you can see on the left hand panel here on my mouse, everything you can see. Even you can transfer to Cashfinex from your mobile app as well. Right? And then we have a chat system. That chat system will bring everybody together in a single server. And at the end is a Bucks mobile wallet, which is already now completed, and it will be in App Store this week, any point this week, so you can enjoy both app, Bitsolives app as well as Bucks wallet. So with this, I will end my conversation here, and with regards to the Cashfinex exchange, right now the only thing left is we are integrating the database of our existing Cashfinex exchange with the new exchange, so that once it is on, you will not face a difference in the terms. You don't have to, you can see all your existing orders that you have on the current exchange onto the um, new exchange. So the only work left is integrating the database. Once that is done, it is a very complex part as well, because we have to be careful, because we have got more than 30,000 clients actively trading on exchange. So we have to take the 30,000 database onto the exchange. We have to test it, and we have to see everything is working properly, because this time when we launch a new exchange, we want to make sure that you don't have a bumpy ride. Rather, you have a very smooth and seamless ride, so you can enjoy trading out there. Okay. Sorry, one thing I forgot to tell you, and I will quickly share again, just came to my mind, and that is the UPay card, which many people still don't know how to do that, but I will try to tell you how it works. Now, on the exchange, UPay card has been integrated into this current exchange. So when you go to the US dollar, you click on deposit. You see a bank wire here. You see a UPay card and a drop-down menu. You click here, and you enter amount. For example, say $20 you want to do it. When you click on deposit, it will divert you to the UPay card. You don't have to go directly to the UPay card to do that. First of all, because if you go and open an account directly with the UPay card, then that account is not linked to our Cashflows account. So you cannot send money to the. You have to come via Cashflows here, because you can see this URL here. This is integrated with our exchange. So their system, UPay card system, will recognize immediately that you are a client of Cashflows, not an individual client. So when you come here, you can sign up. You can do a free sign up, and then you can link your card, and then you can pay. But make sure that in the UPay card, because they are regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, which is that is the reason they are doing their own KYC. So if you provide them with your driving license, your ID proof, passport, whatever, what they will do is they will open all the debit card payment gateway for you, and then you can do it from there. If you don't provide them, you will not get an access to the payment gateway. You can only use bank to bank transfer, and you can use a cryptocurrency that they are giving, which is Bitcoin, Lite, and Ethereum. Right. So I think it's very important, and I think it's very important to give them KYC, because what happened, just in case, because your money will sit with UPay card, just in case, God forbid, if anything happens to UPay card and UPay card got bankrupt for any reason, your money is sitting with a company which is regulated by the FCA. That means in case of UPay card bankruptcy, FCA covers up to £75,000. So anybody who has deposited with UPay card up to £75,000 will be given by the FCA to the client if this company goes bankrupt. So that is very good for all of us, because if you are giving them KYC and your money sits here on the UPay card, as long as you are trading out there, then it's very good, because then you are secured completely. You are secured on our exchange, because we are regulated by Estonia, and the wallet are secured. You are secured in UPay card because they are also secured, right? So, and I hope you understand that how you have to do it. You have to come via Cashflix to here, right? And then you have to sign up. And then once you sign up, you add a card, and then through card you upload the money, and the money will then come straight to the Cashflix, right? So with this, I hope that I've covered almost everything for you guys. So I don't have to do anything now. Stop share. Um, so thank you guys so much for listening to me. And whatever questions you have, we will have a different question answer session later on, because there are so many people I cannot take everybody's question answer. But yes, you can. We can definitely have a separate section of Q&A. I will keep on doing this sort of webinar every now and then, so that you can understand the product, and if you have any questions you can speak to me directly. One more thing before I go again, I forgot. I will just quickly share with you is next Saturday uh, we have done a tie-up. We have done a tie-up with a company called London Trader, and they specialize only in the FX trading. So those of you who are interested to learn about the FX trading, we will put a link of webinar next Saturday, which is 30th of September. Sorry, 29th of September. Will give you the date and time, everything. But this company is run by a gentleman called Mr. Eric Oprasa, and he's a fund manager for 20 years, and a very good friend of mine, very expert FX trader, followed by his partner Hugo Winwood Payne. They both are the one of the best traders in London. And Eric give a trading education on the FX. So those of you who are really interested to learn on how to trade on FX, and I think this is a very good opportunity for all of you to learn, can join the webinar on 29th of September. It will be done by Eric Okasa. But of course, it will be a paid webinar. Sorry, so we will let you know. It will be a very minimum cost for the webinar, but we will do in series, because he will give you insight of the basic fundamental, then the intermediary, then the expert, and then eventually you will know how to actually trade on the FX side. So we are giving you all these things, all these tools and ammunition as well, for you guys to understand in depth with an expert who knows. And then the expert trading, I will come, because I'm also trading for last 15 years. So once with Eric, I will also join, but I will come on a very later stage, because I'm very busy with many other projects. But Eric is the best person to take care of the FX education. He has written a book which is widely published in UK and Europe, widely accepted, and many people are using his book as well to learn. And so yeah, so hopefully you like the webinar today. Thank you once again, all of you, for listening me patiently, and then we will keep in touch, and we'll take it from there. Over to you, Asif.
Thank you very much, sir. This was so much productive webinar for everyone. So hopefully we will keep continue this kind of series of webinar also in future. So thank you very much to all of associates. So hopefully you enjoyed this webinar. So if you have any kind of questions, so you can contact your upline, and in coming 2 weeks you will see advanced selling version of Cashfinex also in the market. So you can experience that version also, which shows by Mr. Moshin Jameel. Thank you very much to everybody. So I am signing off from Malaysia. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys once again. Thank you so much.